wondered if we could. You seem to know a lot of people around town.
Yeah, just a few.
Knows you. Yeah. You must be a local.
Yeah, I've been here for basically all my life.
Have you?
So I have, yeah.
You're a Glen Innes boy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Why unfortunately?
Just sort of lack of employment around here is really bad, and like I've been travelling over to Perth and Broome and to do work over there, mostly photographic stuff. Around the area, and that, like as soon as people get out of school, they just more or less head off, get out of the area.
When you say photographic stuff, what do you mean?
I do a little bit of professional photographic work. So I do.
You take pictures?
Yeah, do a little bit of work for People Magazine, Picture Magazine, Sextra Magazine, and that type of stuff, as well as like family portraits and all that sort of thing.
You're a photographer of all kinds?
Yeah, it pays to. That way it doesn't limit your income if you sort of specialise in one sort of aspect, or you're losing out.
Did you go to a training course?
No, I just picked it up. Just loved it, I guess, and took it from there, and away it went.
So what sort of photographs have you been taking? What were the first ones that you were able to sell?
The first ones I ever sold, and that was like some wedding photos, and I used to do a lot of wedding photography.
A lot of weddings in Glen Innes?
There's a few actually. But I sort of got out of that. Got out of it, and just the amount of time and effort you put into it just didn't seem to be all that worth it. And you go out and do a couple of hours for a magazine, and you've already made that amount of money, which would normally take about 12 hours, 10 hours for the wedding. So I thought to get out of that line of things. Plus, like, just the stress, you only get one shot at a wedding. Yeah. And, if you stuff it up, you stuff it up.
Did you ever stuff it up?
No. So I got out while the going was good.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like my first break was with People Magazine.
Doing what for them?
Like I got a cover with them in centrefold and stuff like that.
That was a girl that you took?
Yeah, I took some photos of a girl down in Ballina. Just approached her and asked her, and she had a bit of a think about it and said And my second cover was with another girl that I met on a train in Sydney. So just fairly open about it, and just it doesn't worry me. It's just a job, and just do what you got to do.
Have you ever got into embarrassing situations with your subject?
You do get into some embarrassing situations, like someone's either forgot to shave their bikini line or something like that, and you got to say, hey, have a clip or something. No, usually it's pretty straight down the line, and if the girl's professional, they know what they've got to do. They prep themselves before they come out and do any photos or stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. What sort of photography appeals to you? Is it photography, in fact? It is photography, in fact, that appeals to you. You want to keep...
I love doing arty stuff, arty photography more than anything, I guess. I love music, I play the guitar and whatever, and just take it as it comes. I guess, like, you do get sick of photography and that, and you get sick of working with girls, especially ones with attitudes and that, girls that you work along with and they work really well, it's a real pleasure to photograph them. Sometimes you get ones a little bit, sort of picky and carry on a little bit stupid and think the world revolves around them, but you just forget about those ones and work with the ones that works. What
would you like to do in photography then, most of all? Is there any area, when you said art, what sort of things do you mean?
Oh, good on you. I don't know, I do a lot of black and white figure art and things like that with models. But I guess the main goal would be something like National Geographic, things like that, getting to see the world and travel around, just taking scenic photos and that, where there's no one there to stick makeup on and all the red tape that goes with it.
Right. Did you have a girlfriend?
Close to someone, but sort of not totally. It can be a bit of a worry sometimes, especially the work that you do, because it comes in a bit of a trust factor, I guess.
Yes.
So it does, but...
So it has been a problem?
No, not really. Most of my photographic career I've been single.
Yeah.
Yeah. So might be the reason, I guess.
And when you say there's something close, you're working towards a relationship with someone?
Yeah.
Is she here in Glen Innes?
Yeah, she is actually. Yeah.
Does she know that you're...
Yeah, she knows the type of work and that I do.
And she's interested?
Not
in the work, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah. It's just you have to have an understanding of what you're doing and that, and know you're doing it on a professional basis. Well, there's no hassles.
So photography is obviously something that you now do professionally. You don't regard it as your hobby. Do you have anything that is your hobby? Is there anything that you do?
A bit of guitar playing, just sort of something I really like doing myself, basically.
What sort of guitar?
Acoustic.
And what sort of music?
Sort of love ballads and things like that. A little bit of up-tempo rock or whatever. Whatever sounds good.
Yeah. You ever played with a band?
I just had a bit of a jam. that type of thing with some people, and that was all right. But had offers and that to join up in bands and stuff, but nah, just rather go along single.
You look after her store?
I will certainly look after
All right.
her store.
Let's walk that way.
Okay.
So we can hear you. But first you have to tell me your name, because I don't know your name.
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Yes.
My name's Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi,
How are you?
Lorraine. Tell me about yourself.
I'm married with 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Yes? How old are they?
The boy is 20, my daughter is 16. Sweet
And-
16.
Sweet 16. And they're good kids?
You're very good kids.
Yeah? You have a good husband?
Very good husband, very hard-working husband.
What
He's
is
a
he?
butcher.
Butcher?
Yes.
And you
A
sell
kosher
here at the
butcher.
markets?
I do, yes.
How long have you been doing that?
How long? My husband's mother started about 30 years ago, so we've sort of
It's a family
grown
business?
from there.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
Now, where are you from originally?
Australia. I was born here. My husband was born in Germany
And-
after the war.
And your parents?
My parents were actually born here too, which
Yeah?
is unusual because most of them were born in Europe.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But are they Australians?
They
In the
are.
sense
They're
of
no
many
longer
generations?
alive.
They were.
A few generations, not many.
So you're a Dinkum?
Well, sort of
Aussie.
think.
Sort of Dinkum.
Yeah, one of the original.
Ned Kelly? Ned
No,
Kelly.
I don't go back as far as that. Although they did come at the turn of the century from, I think, from Russia and some from England.
But did they, I mean, I know they're dead now, but did they talk about
How it was then.
yeah.
They went through the Depression. They brought up in Carlton and Brunswick when times were tough, really hard, yeah.
Have you ever had tough times yourself? Yeah?
Yes, still going through it. I think the story of our life is a tough life.
Yeah?
Maybe later on in our life we can relax and sit back and say, well, you know, now we can reap the benefits, but it seems like a long time coming.
It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, my husband gets up 2:30 in the morning. He works 5 days as a butcher, and then he comes in here and works 2 days at the market. It's a hard life.
So this grueling pattern has been going on for some time, hasn't it?
Yeah, very long time.
Any breaks?
I think because the economy was up and then went down suddenly, people were caught in that, and the struggle to get back up again. You know, we lost a lot, and we're slowly getting back up now. But it's going to take a long time still. But we consolidated and got a good marriage and good family life to keep us together. A lot of marriages break under the pressure.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that you have such a good relationship?
Because we've been through a lot,
Yeah.
and we understand each other. We've got a very close relationship, friendly and warm relationship.
What is your husband's name?
Abraham, Abi.
Abby. Where did you meet Abby?
At like a nightclub type thing, but it wasn't a nightclub then. It was like a Latin American dance night thing, you know. The old Sergio's. I don't know if you ever remember the old Sergio's days.
And
yeah.
you met dancing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love dancing.
Do you have time for dancing?
I dance about 3 times a week. I do Israeli dancing with Mahol Israeli dance group.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrific. I love it.
How do you find the time?
Well, put it this way, this is not my life. I want to have a life apart from this. I dance Thursday night till about 11:30, 12, and I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning on Friday morning. And I figure that's what I love. Why should I stop it? So I'm not going to stop it for anything. And I come in here Friday morning and I'm sort of like this, and I have to go through a whole day Friday. And I don't care what the customers say. I'm enjoying myself.
What sort of a life can you have if your husband gets up at 2:30
He's
in the morning?
asleep and I'm out dancing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's how it works. But eventually, one day, I hope he will give up his day job, so to speak, and he'll join me dancing at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's Abraham like? What's Abby like? What
He's
sort of a man is he?
very good-hearted, honest, hard-working person who loves his family, and family means more to him than anything. Yeah.
And you've been married for how long now?
Gee, Now you're putting me on the spot. You're
So long
trying to
you
get
don't
my... you're trying to find out my age, are you?
No. How old are you?
I have to calculate these days.
No, you don't. I was just wondering how long you've been together.
Put it this way.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. Let's say 20-odd years.
Or more.
Or more.
Yes, of course you...
Yeah, more. My son's 20. Yeah, I have
Careful.
to say more. About 25 years. Then.
And was your life then comparatively easy, compared to how it is now?
Yes, it was.
Just the two of you? No financial hassles?
No financial hassles. Everything seemed to be sailing along really well. I had a job, he had a job, and everything was rosy. And yeah, it was not as much a struggle as it is now.
When did it get really difficult?
When did it get
You
really
were saying this was in the recession?
Yeah, I think in the recession things were tough, and we helped my husband's brother financially, and then things started to go down for us, unfortunately, and the business wasn't there. We did have a shop, and we had to close the shop, and we built a house. We had to sell the house, and there was a lot of things that happened really to make it a struggle.
And at the same time, presumably, you were raising your children.
Yes.
So it was a lot of emotional strain
well, they
as
went through it just as much as us, the strain, and they're still going through it. My son's at Swinburne, my daughter's doing high school, she's doing year 11 and 12, and it's very difficult for them.
Are the children at all like you? Are the children like either of you?
Unfortunately, my son maybe.
Why, unfortunately?
Because we clash. We've both got sort of strong views, and we're both stubborn.
Are you?
We don't give in, yes. My daughter, she's easier to get on with. Yeah.
And what about Abby?
He just tries to make peace with everyone. He doesn't want to argue. And maybe that's why we've stayed together, because he doesn't argue so much. But then it can be upsetting too. When you want a good argument, he just closes up and walks away, and you get the silent treatment for weeks. So I don't know if that's good.
He's a peace lover.
He is. He just can't handle a big good argument.
Yes. And what does he do? What does he like to do to relax?
He just sits and watches TV or reads. He used to do taekwondo, the karate, and now he's just starting to get back to it a little bit with my daughter. My daughter started doing yoga, and now she's interested in karate and kung fu and that, so he's training her at home. So he's starting to feel really good because he's doing something good for her. And the exercise and the actual whole effect of it is helping them both. They've both got extra energy, and he says, gee, it's good for me too, because he neglected himself and he hasn't really done much for himself. Yeah. His idea is give it to the family. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. Yes. They can have everything. They can have it all, which isn't much, but whatever we can give, we give to them. So now he's getting a little bit back from it, which is good.
Can we just kidnap your time for a second?
Yeah, sure thing.
My name's Andrew, by the way.
Hello, Andrew.
Your name is?
James.
James, hi.
Hi.
We're just wondering whether you have do you just stroll here, or is there a purpose where you're going?
Well, I'm actually meeting someone.
You're meeting someone socially, so it's not business?
No, not at all. I'm meeting someone at the Opera House, so it's a focal point and somewhere to meet them.
Somewhere to meet?
Yeah.
Now, you have an English accent?
I do.
That's probably because you're English.
Yeah.
But are you living here now?
Well, I'm here for 12 months, but I've only been here a week so far.
What brought you here?
What brought me here? I have no commitments, and I want to do something else than stay in my hometown. Sort of, yeah, just to open my eyes a wee bit, if anything. Right. And, I think that's happened so far.
In a week?
Even in a week, I think.
Yes, tell me some of your experiences.
Well, strange things have happened. Drinking with bikini models and stuff, and, all night out, all day out, and,
Where are you staying?
Well, no, we went to a place in Darling Harbour, which was crazy. So yeah, it was good fun. So.
Nothing like home?
No.
What's the 1 year? It's a 1 year visitor's visa.
It's a 1 year working visa.
Working visa.
Yeah, I'm a pizza chef by trade. So
a which?
A pizza chef.
A pizza chef.
Throwing it in the air and all that. So.
Oh yeah. You've done all that.
Yeah.
Did you train to do that, or practice?
No, but I was trained, so
Yeah?
it wasn't learned by my mother or something. It was something I trained to do. So.
And is that what you want to continue doing?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a lot of work in hospitality here, so
people like pizza in Australia.
Yeah, be something along them lines probably.
Now you say you came here because you were unattached and had no commitments.
Exactly. Yeah.
You earned very little, and you.
Well, it wasn't much to do with my earnings. It was like
own.
Oh, I
As
own,
in
exactly.
material,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. So I was still living at home, and I don't have a car, and so I had no mortgage,
No
nothing to leave behind really. So
So when you told your parents you're coming to Australia, what did they say?
They didn't mind. I went to India last year, so I think they prefer it to.
How long were you in India?
I was in India for 6 weeks, and then to Thailand, and then Malaysia, Singapore. So
you really don't like Kent, do you?
No. As I said, I've got to see different things. So.
Yes. Tell me what are the sort of expectations that you had?
To be honest, I try not to go with expectations because I've done that before. I've gone to somewhere with expectations, and you tend to, if you prejudge something, then it never works out the way you prejudge it.
Yeah. Did you expect so many flies?
No. I've heard about Perth, but didn't expect it here. No, I tend to go without thinking too much prior to it because things don't work out, and things are different, and you just have to go and experience it and then decide.
So it's basically an unplanned, but fun trip.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Right. And maybe you'll meet somebody too.
I hope so.
What sort of person? Well, let's talk about you first. What sort of person are you? What sort of person would you fit with? That's. You're easygoing?
Yeah, someone quite relaxed, who likes a bit of culture, who likes.
And what kind of?
All sorts, someone who can watch a movie, read a book, and go to the theatre, whatever. Someone who's
broad range.
Yeah, who's not against culture. I like someone who's quite sporty, but it's not important. I just quite outgoing, but
so a balanced all round.
Yeah, well,
beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
just perfection, really.
Yeah.
You come to the right place, you think?
So far, so good.
Have you heard of that song, Poisoning the Pigeons in the Park? Do you do this often?
Yes.
They seem to know you.
Yes, well, they're quite friendly.
Yeah, friendly pigeons.
Yes. Oh, what's all this going on?
Is this your lunch break?
No.
This is their lunch break?
No, this is their lunch break.
Your lunch break. Where do you work?
I go to school, art college.
Uh-huh. And you, Alarna?
Me, at the moment, not much. I'm actually an actor, so...
I want to do acting as well.
Yeah.
But art's my first love, and basically just superheroes, comic characters, that sort of thing, cartoons. That's my speciality.
Do you have any work with you?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'll have a look for you.
Do you like his work? Well, you have to say yes.
Of course I do.
Do you criticise it?
No,
I mean,
because to
constructively.
me, everything he does is brilliant, because I can't even draw a mushroom. He tried to teach me how to draw a mushroom, and I cannot do it. I'm absolutely hopeless, so...
That's basically what I've done in my diary.
These are just doodles, or are they things that you're working on that develop into other things?
No, they were just, I was bored on the train, so I just started drawing.
Yeah.
It's just the style.
Yeah, that's the style.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
sort of...
What, is that a character that you've drawn before?
No, it's a one-off.
One-off.
Probably never be drawn again.
All right. Walking hard.
Yeah.
Is any of this symbolic?
That one is, and that... Oh, I suppose they are.
Yeah.
It's just how you feel at the time that you're drawing.
That looks... you were feeling pretty mad.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Just a tad, yeah.
Why was that?
I'm not sure. It was quite a long time ago.
Oh, was it?
I've just kept this diary for this year.
Right.
But,
and what sort of things do you record in it? I mean, just how you feel or what you do?
Both.
Both.
Yep, both.
Do you talk about Alarna in your diary?
Yeah.
Great. I might have to steal it and read it.
You've never stolen and read it before. Yeah. Do
Might
you
have to now.
do you keep a diary?
No.
Tell us a bit about your background, Alarna. Your family background, your history.
Well, it's quite strange actually. I don't actually come from Sydney. I come from the Gold Coast. I've been here a few months. Well, pretty much I met him when I first got here. It's hard really to say.
You left your family to come here for work?
Yeah.
What sort of family did you come from?
They're all very strange, actually. They're very different.
Are they? You have brothers and sisters?
No. My parents aren't together.
Yes.
My dad's just a salesman and mum's a nurse, but mum was also a singer and an actor. But not anymore. And
they're not together anymore?
No.
Haven't been for a while?
Never really. Not since I was very little.
So did your mum bring you up?
Yeah. Now I actually live with some acting friends of mine in Sydney.
Did you see your dad at all? Did you see your father?
Yeah.
Keep in touch?
Yeah. He's up on the Gold Coast, so.
And so what did your mum say when you said you're going to be following her footsteps, as it were?
Basically, it was sort of, I don't know if you should, and then she saw some of my work and she went, well, maybe you'll be able to do what I never got to, but you know that you're going to need a backup, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah.
Do you have a backup?
Not as yet, but I'm starting to get one. I want to do sociology.
What is your background? Where did you come from?
Well, mum's 6th generation Australia. I was born at Paddington Hospital. Dad's was born in Egypt, but his parents are Polish.
Are they together?
Not at the moment. They just separated about 6 months ago. Basically, it's been a stable family life until, well, I found out until about 5 years ago when mum and dad started fighting, but besides that, it's been all right.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I've got a little sister and an older brother. Older brother's 32 and married to he's a stockbroker at Macquarie Bank, and his wife's an air hostess, and my sister is 13 and goes to school.
She's very cute.
And she's very cute.
What's her name?
Her name's Ali, A-H-L-I. When she was born, I was 5, so and because I was close to my family, they asked me to name her, and I want to call her Ukulele after one of my favourite bedtime stories.
No.
And they didn't know how to spell it. They liked the name, but they didn't know how to spell it. So I said, okay, well, how about Ali? Oh, how do you spell that? And Ali, as in the Muslim sort of name, A-L-I. That's sort of more of a boy's name, so we put an H in there and made it Ali. So, yeah.
Would you say you're happy now and that things are going well for you?
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
All you need is a good role.
Which could be happening as we speak, so
really?
keep your fingers crossed for me.
Well, why is this? What is this? Have you been for an audition?
Yes, I have.
Is that a film?
No, it's a TV series.
TV series? That would be good.
Yes, it would.
Ongoing.
It would be good.
Is it a big role?
Yeah, it's lead.
Lead role? Right. When will you know?
Holding our breath tomorrow. One more sleep. One more sleep.
You counted in sleep. Yeah? And then your agent will ring and hopefully say, what will you do if it's yes?
If it's yes, I'll probably freak right out because we've made plans to move to a different state.
Why is that? Just for a change?
Oh, it's a really long story. Basically...
For me, it's a change. It's a new adventure. Something I've wanted to do because I've had a sort of a routine life with my family, and I've just recently turned 18, so I'm at the stage where both my parents and I feel that I can make decisions for myself, and because I feel so strongly about Alarna and she might be moving back, then I've decided to go with her. So it's a change. Plus I'm doing a job at the moment where they've got an office up in Brisbane where we'd be moving to, so I've got work up there. I might have the opportunity to study at the academy where Alarna studied, which I want to do. And my art I can take anywhere, and I finish just before we'd be moving.
So actually getting this role is going to complicate your life no end.
Well, basically, either way it goes, things are going to work out fine because I've been given an offer from my father to move back to Brisbane that really you wouldn't want to knock back. So that's why I'm going back. And besides, I wanted to be close to my family again.
And if you get it, then?
If I get it, then I'm here for another 3.5 years. But I think for that amount of money, I could probably go, oh, no, that's awful. But yeah, either way, I'd be quite happy.
Yeah. And if it's no, it's
There's
back to plan A.
Yeah.
Well, big day tomorrow.
Yep.
And it'll be a celebration dinner either way. You're lucky.
Yeah.